Hello guys, this is my first video. I've never recorded anything before, and this video is about competitive programming. You know, um, it's something that I want to do. I want to learn. So I gotta say that I am a novice competitive programmer, and also I'm a novice C++ programmer. You know, I actually know how to program. I'm a web developer, mostly working as a back-end web developer using Node.js, and I'm a Node.js programmer, a JavaScript programmer. So I'm just new to this. As you can see, I have some problems that I have solved already, but these problems here I solved for about 5 to 6 months ago, so I don't really remember that much about those problems, but I still have the files saved. I have created a GitHub repository for this. Maybe I will be sharing that repository with you in the comments below. But yeah, just get started, guys. Sorry for saying too much. So let's get started. My purpose of these videos is just sharing with you the experience as a novice competitive programmer, or a competitive programmer that knows nothing, just really little stuff, little C++. But I'm just trying to learn C++ and also competitive programming as well. So I will be trying to solve the problems, like the easiest problems from the Codeforces website, and share with you the results and if I can like solve those problems, and if you are willing to be watching, okay, that will be nice. Okay, contest has been finished. I don't know which contest was that, but that's alright. So okay, my nickname here is Luke Procopio, which is my name. Let me click here to show you if you want to add me. I'm friends with just one user. I like cats as well, so this is my contest rating. I'm just a pupil, and yeah, as you can see, I'm not really okay. 9 months ago, so I said 6, but it was 9 months ago. I registered. So let's get started then. Okay, the first problem is the watermelon, and let's see. Okay, as you can see, I have finished this, but this is the division 2 only. Okay, so watermelon, time limiter per task is 1 second, memory limit 64 megabytes, input and output standard. Okay, so let's try to understand the problem and solve this problem. One hot summer day, Pete and his friend Billy decided to buy a watermelon. Okay, they chose the biggest and the ripest one in their option. After that, the watermelon was weighted and the scales showed W kilos. Okay, they rushed home, dying of thirst, and decided to divide the berry. However, they faced a hard problem. Pete and Billy are great fans of even numbers. That's why they want to divide the watermelon in such a way that each of the two parts weighs even number of kilos. Okay, so at the same time, it is not obligatory that the parts are equal. The boys are extremely tired and want to start their meal as soon as possible. It's not obligatory that the parts are equal. Okay, that's why you should help them and find out if they can divide the watermelon in the way they want. For sure, each of them should get a part of positive weight. How come positive weight? For sure, each of them should get a part of positive weight. Okay, first, input. The first and the only, okay, it's one input, contains integer number, which is w. It's less or equal than 1, and then w is less and equal than 1. Okay, the minimum is 1, and the maximum is 100. The weight of the watermelon bought by the boys. Okay, this is the weight. Output print yes if the boys can divide the watermelon into parts, each of them weighing even number of kilos, and no if the opposite case. Okay, and 8 is divisible by 2. Okay, I think it's only okay, for example, the boys can divide the watermelon into parts, 2. 6 kilos respectively. Another variant, 2 parts, 4 and 4 kilos. Okay, print yes if the boys can divide a watermelon into parts, each of them weighing even numbers of kilos. Each of them weighing even number of kilos. No if the opposite case. Parts, each of them weighing even number of kilos. So I don't know. Okay, if the watermelon should weight an even number, or even number of kilos, then I should print yes. I think it's just I should check if the number is divisible by 2, and I have a remaining value, which it will be even. I think then I would print yes. So let's try to code this in C++. Remember that I know nothing. I don't really know much about C++. This is JS code. So okay, let's create the code. So it's gonna be a hash watermelon dot C++. So okay, so I'll copy this template. This template here is just from a book, which the name of the book that I got a template like this is competitive programming handbook. The name of the book you can find on GitHub. So I was reading a little bit and I got this template. So this 2-line means that my input and output streams are gonna be faster. So I would not really need to use scanf to read inputs. This includes all these standard libraries of C++. So I don't need to be including vector, including some libraries. So that's just a template that will help me to solve problems a little faster. So first of all, let me just see that the problem here is that I need to read a W number. So let's modify here to use 2 spaces, using spaces, 2 spaces. Okay, so first I will create an integer called W, which initialized as I'm not gonna initialize that, and I will read from it. Character input, I guess it's like that. I don't really remember. How do I read input? Let me see. Now that I will read the input, then I will need to create a division and see if I can find the remainder. Okay, let me search. How can I find the remainder in C++? I think it's percentage symbol, I guess. Let me see those. Okay, so dividend and divisor. Okay, so yeah, see out is like that, and character input is differently from it. So yeah, I can, yes, this is the reminder. Let me see if the program will work. So in this case here, yeah, it's right. Okay, so I will have an integer. Should have a float number. Float remainder. And then I will add this as float as well because I don't know. Yeah, it's not a float, but let's just create as an integer, and then it will read, and then remainder. Remainder is gonna receive the okay, so divisible by 2. Let me see that. Divisible, dividend, and divisor. So which is W is divisible by 2. Okay. Now I can check if remainder is different different than, okay, different is like this. Is different than 0? If it's different than 0, then I will character output see out a no, which is a string, and then end a line, end line, and then else, and then return. Okay, so just return 0, return 0. Else just see out yes, yes, and then I will say end line. Okay, return 0. Just am I returning 0 here? Yes. Code is right there. So let's try to see if the code will run. So let's add the G++. I think it's 11. G++. I think I don't really remember how to deal with that. Let me see if I can just remember how the, okay, so let me close this terminal and add another terminal. I think it's G++. How to compile the program is std, if I'm not mistaken. std. Let me open the book here, so I don't remember how it is the book that I will add. So just to show you the how am I going to compile that code. Chapter 1 here, yes, just like std, and then with warnings, and there you go. So let's try that. G++ SD, and then C++ 17, C++ 17, and then I will add watermelon, which is, no, it's -1 with all warnings, and then hashtag watermelon. Oh my goodness. Watermelon, C++. So test case. Guess that's it. Okay, now this is not recognizable. Okay, sorry guys. On Windows I need to use Sigwig or something like that, just to show you this one here. So I need to go to city, C, it's not bash, C, user, it's not user, is it? CD, C, let me see, drive C, CD users, CD Windows, and then CD desktop, CD C, less, CD CP, CP. Now, okay, clear. So now I can compile, so we can use the same thing. Okay, G++, S3, and then C++, 17, and then I will wall, and then hashtag watermelon, and test. Let's see if it's going to compile the code. I hope so. Okay, so I got some errors. Let me see if these are errors. I think these are errors. Testing function main. Is that GCC that I should use? Let me try to use GCC instead of G++ to see if it's going to return the same errors. Okay, it's returned the same errors, so I gotta read those errors to see what it is. What is the problem with that, with the code? Okay, so test in function. Okay, I think I'm missing something here. So let me see. Okay, I was missing the O argument here in my compilation. So -O, and then now I hope it compiles the code correctly. Yes, it did. So let's try to execute. Test. No, so I think I gotta do this. Test. Okay, so now I will input the 8 and yes. So again, input 10, yes. Input undivisible number, no. Okay, the code works. So I will try to upload this code right now, this watermelon, to the code forces to see if my problem, see if it will pass. So I'll choose file and go to that. Here, CP watermelon, the first one. And there you go, and submit. And it's in queue. Oh my god, a lot of submissions in queue. Let's see, I hope it gets accepted. Ignore this because as you can see, guys, the last time I uploaded this, it was in May 26, 2020. So it was a long time ago. The last one that I have updated was, I don't know. So yeah, the first one here is me. Oh, where is the where is my thing right now? Submissions. Where is my submissions? Oh, where can I find my submissions? So status. Yeah, a lot of submissions. Damn. Where is mine here? I'll probably not find those. I wish I could see that accepted. Is it accepted? Yeah, wrong answer here. It's not accepted. Why is not accepted? Wrong answer, test 5. Okay, is it because the remainder is different than 0? Okay, I may I think I did not understand something because the test case did not pass. So I got a wrong answer. What it is that I did that I passed that problem set. So watermelon, let's go again. Okay, the good news is that my program compiled and it ran. And I got a wrong answer on test case 5 this time. So I'm not gonna try to see this accepted code because I will try to solve this problem. So okay. So why it's not working? So for example, the boys can divide the watermelon in 2 parts of 2 and 2 parts of 2 and 6 kilos respectively. What does that mean? Okay, 2 parts of 2 is 4, right? And 6 kilos respectively. 2 and 6 kilos. What does it mean? Let's say that should I say that the remainder value should I say that okay, I should keep continue dividing it until I cannot. So should I create a while program or do a do while, something like that? Okay, this it did not work. So what if I say something like that? While my W or my while my W divided by 2, it's different than 0, different than 0, then I could no, I don't think that will work because if I do that it might not be able to run. So is it divisible by 2 and have the remainder if the remainder is different than 0? Then say no. Then if the remainder is not different than 0 because it is still divisible. I quite don't remember how to solve this problem. Let me see if there is something that it can be helped with. Custom test, problem status. Okay. I think I have to read it again. First, and the only input contains integer number. the weight of the watermelon bought by the boys. Okay, print yes if the boys can divide the watermelon into two parts, each of them weighing even numbers of kilos. No, if the opposite case. So I should print yes if the watermelon is divisible by 2. If I create a loop, for example, so if boys can divide watermelon by 2, if each of them weighing even number of kilos. Okay, what should I do, guys? So let's try to do a while. So while W is divisible, while the same thing that I've done before is divisible by 2 and it's different than 0, I think I will get the remainder. Remainder is a float number, so the remainder will okay, W, I will reassign the W as the W. I know that this is not a good operation because I will have to add a new operation. So every time I will have to do that again and do that. Okay. Different than 0. Then if how do I say if that is a even number here? W is divisible by 2 is different than 0. Different than 0. If it's divisible by 2 and equals 0, it's equals 0, I mean equals 0. Do that. So it will output until that remainder. Okay, that's complicated a little bit. I have to think through the solution because it's a little complicated. So code forces. Oh guys, it's complicated, this one. No sense. Should I see pick a little bit of the solution, or I should try to solve this? Let's say if I think through this. Okay, let's say that this is divisible by 2. Is it divisible by 2? If it's divisible by 2 and it is equal to 0, means that it is divisible by 2. Then I'll divide it again and we'll try until it goes out. Okay, so okay, if W is equals 0, then I'll see out the no, see out the yes, I guess. Else I'll see out the no and then return. Let's just try to see if this works for some reason. I don't think it will, but let's try to compile at least. No, this is different. Okay, oh, test. Okay, so unused variable reminder. Okay, gave me that it was not used. Okay, that's fine for now. So let's try to do that. Let's put an 8. Yeah, it's an infinite loop. Didn't work. Okay, so infinite loop. Let's say that while W is less, while W is while W W. Yeah, it's not gonna work like this. So okay, that will not work, guys. This if. I should try to read again the problem until I can solve it. For me, as you can see, as a beginner, it's and it has been a long time since I practice competitive programming things. It's very difficult to even for this the simplest problem, the easiest problem. But I know that if I continue, I will learn and I'll improve myself. So I encourage everyone to continue doing it, even though if this is a simple problem for most of you guys. I thought for as the division and the remainder would solve the problem, but it did not solve the problem. So I'm missing something here, very important in this description. Okay, let's try to read it again carefully and try to solve the problem, guys. The first and the only input line contains integer number. Okay, this integer number is the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 100. The weight of the watermelon. This is the weight. Print yes if the boys can divide the watermelon in 2 parts, each of them weighing even numbers of kilos. No, okay. So maybe it is just the opposite thing, you know? So if it's equals, I say no. If it's different, I say yes. Okay, if it's divisible by 2 and remainder of 1. Let me search a little bit. How to know if the number, how to know if a division will be be even in C++. I don't know if that will be like that. Okay. Okay, to check whether an integer is even or odd, the remainder is calculated when it is divided by 2 using modulus operator. If n is even or odd, n divided by 2 is equal that. So maybe I can do this. Yeah, I just changed the operator like that, and it might work. So I have to save the code, try to recompile the code. It should be alright. Try to execute. If I put 8, it should no. If I put 10, it should yes. Now, if I put 5, it should yes. But in the code here, it doesn't seem like should put yes. So it's not right. It's not correct. So what can I do? So okay, the weight of the watermelon bought by the boys. Print yes if the boys can divide the watermelon into parts, each of them weighing even numbers of kilos. Okay, I should divide until okay, no, in the opposite case. So 8 is yes. Why does 8 should be yes? Okay, if I divide 8 by 4, 8 by 2, it will be 4. Then divide 4 will be 2. And divide the 2, it will be 1. Put the 1, okay, so I think I know how to solve this problem. It's kind of a brute force, just like that. So let's try it then. While, okay, W is while W while W is different is while W, if it hits 0, it will be out of that W. So I'll just do that, something like that, remainder W like that. So cout W, so and then end line, just to debug this code. Then if W is equals 0, I put yes, else no. That's it. Okay, so if 1 is divided by 1, okay, is greater than 1. This is greater than 1. Because if it is 1 here, if it is 1, if it is 2, it will be divided. It's gonna go to yes. If it is 1, in this case, it will if it 1, okay, 1 divided by 1 divided by 2 is going to be half, so it will print no. So let's try to see if this will work. It makes a little bit more sense. And then let's try to okay, test it. Yes, Tested 5, no. Tested 4, yes. Okay, I guess it works, guys. So let's do that. Take this number out, recompile the code, and the solution. I hope I can pass the solution, but just take out this reminder here. So I'm not using that, and then I'll compile again without that. I don't even need to compile, just upload the code. So now let's go through the solution. It should work. Watermelon C++ here. Submit. Running test cases. I hope it worked, guys. If I don't, I guess I'll have to check it out how I solved back then, so I have a little bit more of confidence. I hope it works. Oh, I give a wrong answer again. Damn. Why? Well, it's greater than 1. What is wrong about this code? That it did not work? Yeah, we're on test 5 again. Haha! Gosh, man, I'll have to check it out. I didn't want to. Why? What is wrong about this? I think I need to have more test cases. And let's say yeah, if the division of W is going to be divided, it will be 0. So what if I put greater or equal to see what happens? And just try it again. I don't know if that will make a difference. So it should be, if I use the test, I'll put a 10. Yes. Oh, is it because of the new line or something? Test is going to be like, let's put 100. Yes. Test. If I put a 98, okay. Divisible by 2, 99. Oh yes, you give it a, yeah, it's not divisible. 99 divisible by is 33, and then 33. Yeah, there's something wrong with this approach. Yeah, it's not working because if I put 99 there, what happens? If divided by 2 will be how much? And then then it will go and divide it by 2 again, the new value, and it will continue until it will be greater or equal 1. Yeah, it should not do that. It should not do that, because I just added that. That is very strange. Okay, let's try it again. 9. No. And 9. Okay, no. 100. No. Yes. No. Yes. Seriously, I don't understand. It should work properly. Maybe it's because of the end line. I don't know. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Wrong on test case 5. I have to see this. I have to check it out, guys. So, to see what the hell. What did I do here? If divided by 2 is different than 0, or k is equals to y equals to. So, yeah. Y equals to. As by 0. Y equals to. No. K is not divided by 2 is different than 0. If k divided by remainder of 2 is different than 0, which means that it's not divisible, or it is divisible by 2. If it's divisible by 2 in half, it means that if k is 2, means that it's not it's 2 kilos. Yes, because 2 kilos, it will be 1 1. Even numbers. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, if w is 1, or greater than, if I did greater than 2 here, okay, just try that to see if that will work. So 2, no. Yes. Okay. So we'll be a brute force there. So I guess now it should work. Okay. So watermelon. I found that. Okay. So it's running. It's been submitted successfully. Okay, accepted. The problem with that was it's not as efficient as before, but it is accepted. Okay, the first problem accepted. So that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's not really it's a long video, but just to show you um, my starting point of competitive programming. I'm just a novice. I'm just trying to learn C++ and also competitive programming, and also English, because my English is not that good, but I'm just improving it. Okay, so I will appreciate if you give me some tips and support me on this journey that I want. So let me show you something else here. So I have created this code just to. My name is Lucas Henrique Procopio, and I have created this code just to keep a track of how many problems to solve. And my goal for the year of 2021 is to solve at least 300 problems. So every day I will try to solve at least one problem and learn from it and study, and I will run this program. So I will start my file name with hashtag, and I will run the node program here. So node, then problem solve counter, and then okay, it generates and counts my all the hash files, which means that these files are solved problems. And now one problem solved out of these 300 problems. So the percentages is this. I didn't bother myself from cutting this number, like edit like this, but you know my point. Just my objective is to get to 100% of this 300 problems solved. And thank you guys for this. This is my first video about programming. You know that I suck because it's really hard. It's not easy, but I'm trying to improve a lot. So I hope you understand, and I hope you don't bother the long video, but I'm just trying and I'm curious about it, and I find that this is fun, and I hope by the end of the year I could at least be a top 10 competitive programming contestant for the division 3 or 2 at least. So I hope that I can do that, and I hope to solve 300 problems. That's my goal for 2021, and also improve my C++ skill and programming knowledge skill, and my problem solving. How can I say that? Um, the way that I read the statement of the problem, so I wish to understand it better and quicker to be able to solve problems in a better way. That's it, guys, and that's it. This video is not gonna be cutted, not gonna be edited, so everything that there is to show how do I search for problem solving and all of that is just I hope that you enjoy this. So thank you, and bye bye, guys.